Hey guys, welcome to the land of Wall Street Bets, the land with no limits where people loss a fortune and make a fortune in one call. Today we gonna see some insane posts from r/Wall Street Bets. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more. Goodbye, I'm not allowed to play anymore. Told my wife I was going to use play money to get better at the game since losing a couple grand. Fast forward a couple months and I read some DD telling me to buy Verizon. Told the wife it's only a couple $100. She said that's fine. A couple weeks ago I read ADD on how Walmart is the next Amazon. Over conversation she said I should get in on that. I wasn't paying attention to the price of the call and wound up buying something for like $1,000 plus. This was just before the crash. She asked how the hell am I down $1,500 plus. I told her I don't know and don't know what I'm doing. She says I can't play anymore. So bye guys. Good for you man. Most people would have just gambled that money away and not said bad. I'm currently doing it, and it feels like I'm hiding the fact that I have AIDS. I think you just had messy pics bro. Verizon? WTF Walmart is the new Amazon? Like Jesus man, I don't know. You are playing some 6D chess. Someone made a bad tier effort post telling people to buy calls on Verizon with the suggested positions requiring 20% growth over about a year. It made zero sense. Verizon is not a growth stock. Verizon is heavily manipulated. It's the sort of thing you have to be genuinely retarded to throw your money into. Does the lion ask the lioness permission before paralyzing a hyena and eating its intestines through its hole? Get your house in order. If the lion had to do any work for his food then the lioness done ducked up. He's got like 5 of them and each is replaceable. Remember that. Your problem is relying on someone else's DD to buy. Always do your own DD analysis. Not to knock WSB. Because I love reading the DDs here. But, that is a huge downfall if simple buy-in because person XYZ said it's all good. Hopefully the positions will turn around and all will work out. Fella degenerate. Consider yourself lucky that you lost the small amount of play money. If you did well and doubled the money, your wife would let you play a bigger amount, then you might lose all of it plus more. Quite funny and scary how you can get completely gutted and robbed of your money if you make a stupid mistake or do the wrong thing. No remorse. No second chances unless you fund your account all over again. The stock market is for sissies that are too afraid to get their balls wet in order to make serious money. Trading options you either get ducked or you do the ducking. Not much in between. Stop getting ducked and go duck someone else if you want to be successful. Why would you take yourself out of the game? Reduce your position size, let the market rest on some solid support for another week and then gradually increase your position size. You have time. Don't let the few pennies that left your account sway you away from the tendies that await you if you just remain numb and without emotion. Your money is working right now, don't fire your money. Let's see the next post. Me, buys $10,000 of shares in a highly volatile market. Also me, $25 for a shirt, nope, too expensive. Imagine how nice your Robinhood account would look with an extra $25 in it though. This is legit how my wife and I think. Hey, should we order Chinese or eat leftovers and spend $45 on a share of $ENPH? It's safe to say we have done better not ordering Chinese lol. $50 for new jeans I'll wear basically all the time? Nah. $5,000 in OTM calls? Why not? We're always trying to get to that next stage in life. Where we have a non-garbage place to live and a girlfriend. Enough money to have that vacation with good friends. But then one day. Guinness World Record for first person to vaporize from regret. Wish I knew why so many of us are like this. Something about the way gamblers' brains are wired lol. The other night I was on my PlayStation looking at games, almost bought a game for $25 then decided now I don't need it. Literally minutes later I sat in an online poker game and bought in for $200 and punted it all. Airlines are closed for the foreseeable future. Stocks are down 80%. Me. Drops $30,000 on a whim. Would you like guacamole on your burrito bowl for $1? Me, hesitates. Yeah but that $30,000, even if you didn't know it would rebound, had a huge margin of safety to go back to upside. It is probably now $40,000 to $50,000. Even if it went down, if you cut losses you'd still walk home with 80% of your money. That guac added 0.2 seconds of flavor and was flushed down the very next day. I know you're just making a joke. I'm just being the oddest at the party. 2 tidbits for you all's consideration. Had a buddy who bought games and comics and models and stuff pretty regularly. He said he placed an hour of enjoyment at about $7. He said if something costs $50 and he is gonna get 7 to 8 hours out of enjoying it, he saw it as a good investment. Makes a lot of sense and helps me rationalize $15,000 on a bike or $50,000 or a sports car. Absolute money pits, but if I enjoy them, I get my value added. An Amsterdam hooker is $100. Is $33 to $50 a pump worth it? That's for you to decide. Maybe y'all's wives' boyfriends can help you on that one. I have another friend who sews and patches his pants and has holes in most of his shirts, and resoles boots and glued many a sole back onto a sneaker. Dude makes 6 figures and has 2 mil socked away. To each their own. But I believe there is an intrinsic iota to the American spirit that if you can turn $1 into $2 and there's only a 99% failure rate, you're drawn to roll those dice. Be a way easier way to sort out immigration issues, I think. My boss tried to get me to work overtime a few months back. She noticed I was frustrated and was like, "What's wrong? This is your job." I was like, "I lost $38,000 today." She didn't realize how that can happen. Keep in mind, when the market goes up 900 pints, that's 1,000 an hour. Puts money into perspective until I look at my 5-year return and realize it's plus 2%. Then my ass has to go back to work. This is me. I made $10,000 in the last month trading. Going back to the office in June, but I spent more time wondering if $200 in shirts was worth it than any of my plays. YOLO naked Disney calls? No problem. Clothes to look like a respectable person? I don't know, man. When's the sale? What is up with the lack of volume in the options chain for Avangrid? They've been in the news due to the retroactive payments the government wants from alt energy companies, so should have at least some traffic, but there are IDM options with the only buyers at 0.05. There are messy biotechs that aren't planning to see results for years that have more action than this stock. Let's see the next post. $35,000 greater than $1.25 million in 4 months. Alright boys. This is going to be my final gains post. I cracked the 7-figure mark, and then some. I started with $35,000 in my Roth IRA in late February/early March. I took out $50,000, so current balance is after this amount. Total balance. White ED graph, it's been an insane wild ride. The top balance on graph is balance from yesterday, this graph only updates overnight. Here are all my winning trades. What I learned from this post: bankroll preservation strategies are super important. Backward rationalizing a lucky streak makes you feel smart instead of just lucky. I need to improve on both. Backward rationalizing a lucky streak makes you feel smart instead of just lucky. Isn't that all of these hey look at how much I made posts? They're all YOLO riding huge percentages of their accounts in long OTM options on the craziest Momo hype stocks. That's great, if you happen to hit the fastest run-up in Momo hype stocks in history, but it can evaporate quickly, and it isn't a sustainable model over time. It never seems like they will while you're in them, but eventually all bubbles pop. Playing 50 to 100% of your account in OTM Momo positions means you will get blown out, eventually. It's a certainty. It'll be interesting to see how many of these guys come back to report on their sick gains after the JPOW bubble pops. It's the Nikola play that really gets me. You timed it so perfectly, and I don't understand how. Luck? Tea leaves? Worshipping Tesla's dead grave? For that you are a meme stock genius, and I think you should keep going. It wasn't too tricky. I could have made $200,000 from $7,000. Ducked up though. The ticker change was on Wednesday, Ducker dumped afterwards, and I sold it Friday for 60% loss. Monday it exploded. A lot of us WSB retards sold for loss, not expecting it to take 3 days for people to suddenly know it was a thing. Careful everyone, you just witnessed a guy win the lottery. This is one person at a 1.3 million on Wall Street Bets. Congratulate him, but after that just forget about him. Wow, it's one thing to just all in a single stock like Shop/Tesla/ZM and hold. It's another to make 350 trades on all kinds of different companies and post that rate of return. You absolutely killed it, incredible stuff. There's a reason no hedge fund on the planet can post anywhere near those returns with consistency. The reason is risk management. You only get the chance for ridiculous gains if you take ridiculous risk. This is awesome, but he got extremely lucky not to get cleaned out on a string of a few adverse market movements. First, let me start off by saying this: unlike what WSB wants you to believe, most people will lose. Certainly, we've all been on big upswings and downswings. No, I have, for sure. You should absolutely cash that money out, treat yourself/significant other. One thing is certain, You don't want to be another WSB statistic. Unlike the rest of us autists, you've made it. Congrats. Congrats and thank you. Best thing I've read on here. I'll probably end up trying this, end up losing half my stack, but the strategies all make sense. It's a more refined version of what I've been doing, but I've not been good at things like cutting losses. I've had a number of positions go to zero. Also, it's great you did all the trading in an IRA. I think some people here don't realize the taxes they'll pay next year if they've sold out positions for short-term gains this year. This makes me want to day trade next time I switch jobs or something like that when I actually have time for it. But these swings are nuts. I'm not sure if I'm autistic enough to sit through that type of mess. The real lesson here. Don't do what he did. 4 months making $900,000 plus entails full retard risk. Had it been 4 years, I'd be less derogatory. He just decided to take his profits a second time after he went from $500,000 to $91,000. I've done that too, but with $50 and $100 positions, not 5-figure ones. Seriously, don't do this. For every Wall Street winner there is a 1,000 Skid Row losers. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to give your opinion in the comment box. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you'll never miss any video.